Hello. This video is for your help in reviewing for the test number one. And I want to give you some suggestions on how to study and what will likely be on the test. Now, you've had, including chapter 4 and 5, you've had at least three, I guess it would be, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you had three continuous tests. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And each test had 50 questions. And what I'll probably do is draw most of the 50 multiple choice questions from those tests. So look at it this way. I'll probably draw 40 questions that you've already seen and 10 similar questions that you haven't seen on those tests. But the questions will come from the same chapters, so you'll be seeing a lot of the same questions, but you'll see some new ones. Now that's the multiple choice. I hope that makes sense. Secondly comes the essay area of the test. You will see two essay questions, and I haven't decided for sure what those essay questions, which essay questions I'm going to give on the test. So let me give you three areas from which essay questions will be drawn from. And on the test, you'll see two of the three. You won't get to pick 2 out of 3. I'm picking the 2, but I'm not going to tell you which 2 they are. So here's 3 areas that I recommend that you study thoroughly so that when you get to the test and you see 2 of them, you'll be able to answer them perfectly well. Okay? All right. So here's the 3 areas I would consider, if I were you, studying thoroughly. One of them is why are states and the politics of states different? Why are states different? If you remember in chapter 1, I believe it was, and some of chapter 2, and in fact a little bit of all the chapters, but mostly in chapter 1, why are states different? History, economics, education, frost belt, sun belt, regional identities, religion, party strength, and so on and so on. Or you can add things like Florida has a lot more older people than Missouri, because a lot of folks retire in Florida. There's a whole lot of reasons why states are different, and those differences affect the politics and the policy making of those states. So that's one essay area that I would consider and try to know as much as you can about. Secondly would be federalism. I would urge you to know how federalism differs from unitary and confederalism. What do those terms mean? How has power moved from the states to the central government over the last 100 years? If you remember, there's different types of federalism, all sorts of terms to use, dual and cooperative and centralized and so on and so on. And within each of those federalisms, for example, centralized federalism, there's mandates and unfunded mandates. You can talk about the different kinds of funding processes that occurred, who the presidents were, example programs. How has power been more centralized over the years in our system of federalism? That's another area that you want to focus on. And thirdly would be political parties. What is the responsible political party model? How does that differ from the not-so-responsible political model, and why? What about the candidate-centered model? How does that apply itself? What do political parties still do in today's world? And why are they not so responsible as they were at one time? And then you can add a few things in there about candidates becoming incumbents, having access to those benefits that incumbents have, and so on. So political parties would be an area I think I could draw a question from. So all in all, you'll end up with 50 multiple choice, and 2 essay questions, 2 out of the 3 areas that I've just discussed with you. And that's what the test will be about. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, hopefully by now you have let me know where you're going to take the test so I can set that up and get back to you as to what room and where to go and who to see. If you haven't, please do so, and we'll move on from there. Thank you.